Welcome to some Battlefield 3. Today we are going to start a new series on getting better at Battlefield. This is a lot for me, and if anybody gets anything out of it, cool. But I do want to get better at it. So here's what we're doing right now. We're going to show what shows you on the minimap and what doesn't. As you can see, he is shown on my minimap. I will zoom in here. As soon as I lose sight of him, takes just a mere second, but he is going to remain right over there, and he's going to do some stuff while I stand over here looking this way. Alright, and the first thing you were going to do was, I believe, unsuppressed weapon?
You got it.
Alright. There he is. And you notice he's only there for just a brief moment. Now, do you have a suppressed weapon?
Yep.
Alright. See that. And we can hear him, but he doesn't show up. And that's exactly as expected. So, a couple of things that we were surprised by. For example, sprinting. I always thought that it would that you would show up, but if you want to go ahead and sprint a little bit, you can see he didn't show up until my crosshairs were on him. So, sprinting does not make you show up. Jumping, you don't show up. So none of those things actually make you show up on the minimap, other than so far just firing an unsuppressed weapon. Placing mines, well, we won't put that down. Putting down the SOFLAM. Now the recon gear auto spots for a brief moment when you first put it down. So if you're playing a recon, definitely keep that in mind. Alright, and I believe you have a rocket launcher. That's one of the other things we found. Definitely showed.
Ready when you are.
Yep. And that's just the equivalent of firing an unsuppressed weapon. Now I'm going to put a tugs down. Now tugs, it has a couple things. If he's not moving, he doesn't show up. If he crouches while moving, he doesn't show up. But if he walks or runs, yeah, see, there it is. If he walks or runs standing up, he automatically shows up. But one thing you want to notice is when it senses him, the beeping is faster. So if you're using the tugs as a defensive measure, you want to listen to the beep. If it's beeping slowly, then nobody's there. If it's beeping fast, then somebody is. Also, that is a reason why you may wish to put your spawn beacon away from where you're actually at, because then you can more clearly hear one beep. So, crossbow doesn't show up. Was there anything else that surprised us that showed up?
The recon, the little helicopter.
Oh yeah, the MAV shows up almost all the time. If it's vaguely on your screen, it showed up. And it did act as a tugs. One thing to note, Wally here does not show up on the tugs, and does not get auto-spotted. So he can cruise that thing back and forth, and you can see him on the side of the screen there. And the only time it does show up is when you do crazy 360 flips.
Did it show up on the 360? Nice.
It showed up a couple times when you were ramming stuff.
I can't even tell where I'm at.
I know, those things are so hard to drive. So, that is going to take care of this, and now we know, now that gives us a better place to start from as we want to get better. If we're going to be focusing on movement, apparently there's some dude. Did my team win?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's restarting. Yeah. It's restarting the map because people have joined. Anyhow, we're going to jump out of here. What that did answer for us, though, is what shows us up on the minimap and what doesn't. And that's going to allow us to have a better way to approach how we get better at the game. So, I'm going to jump off here, and we're going to go play some real games. So, thank you, Uncle T-Dog, for your help,
Anytime, man.
and we will see you again later, sir.
You got it.